Lord King, look upon your stronghold Camelot. By strength of spirit, skill of sword, and quickness of mind, you have built a kingdom that could live in legends. Beneath your firm, wise hand, the warring tribes of Celts and the Saxons, is it Celts? And the Saxons and the Jutes and the Angles have been brought under control, and the foreign marauders driven from the shore. Your quest and your queen, is the beautiful Guinevere, who loves you and whom you love dearly, and yet you know that her deepest and most passionate love is reserved for Edenwaith, greatest knight known, Sir Lancelot. And because Lancelot is chivalrous and brave and true friend, you do nothing to bring him harm to you or your queen. Instead, you suffer in silence. Okay, no worries, just chatting with Mac. Okay. Sharing the round table with you are the noble warriors of the realm, Lancelot, Kai, Ector, Gareth, Percival, Gawain, Galahad, and many others. Oh yeah, and don't forget, and I am Merlin, advisor, mentor, and as some would have it, wizard, though my true nature remains a secret known only to the ancient gods and me.
Why he has blue skin? Who knows?
Maybe it's a special thing from his land to have blue skin. Maybe it's a lotion that you put on your body to become a smurf. I must speak to you now of dark truths. The forbidden love of Guinevere and Lancelot has cast a blight upon your soul, and in doing so has put a curse upon your kingdom.
Thanks, Guinevere.
Yeah, you little evil, unfaithful twit. The fruit has withered on the vine. The grain dies of disease, while springs and wells turn foul. Your people cry out to you for a miracle. We need a hero. Okay, that's the gist of the singing. All right. Come on, game. Okay, here we go. Now I see why we had to do the intro again. It is Blueskin, a vision of the Holy Grail covered in a white cloth appeared to you in your time of need. 3 of your greatest knights went forth to seek it. Gawain! Sir Gawain!
Sir not appearing in this picture.
Sir not appearing in this game. Sir Lancelot, come on down.
Sir Galahad.
And Sir Galahad. Woohoo! Yes, put lotion on that skin there. Turn yourself blue. Gawain, Lancelot, and Galahad have not returned. The search must now fall to you. During the search, you will be sorely tested in physical, moral, and spiritual strengths. Do you have it in you? Do you have what it takes? If you are found wanting in any of these virtues, the Grail will be denied to you, and your kingdom will turn to ashes and dust.
Awesome.
Hang on. If we get a chance, I will watch over you and speak to you, though I will be with you only in spirit and not in my body.
Hello,
so
Tangled.
Get out of my body.
Get out of my head.
I just want to get past the part where I can't see when somebody comes in the stream. Because we have done this now 1,000,000 times, I'm gonna get pissed offy. Hi, Tangled Gamer Girl. Okay. Hello, and Happy New Year to you. And also from Mike Kate Classic saying Happy New Year to you. 'Tis the floor plan of your stronghold, Camelot. Waste no time in preparing for your vital mission, my lord. Oh, I think you got it. Take 2. Have fun with Camelot. You too. We believe we was it. Has anybody played Camelot? If you have, speak up and forever or forever hold your peace. Oh, how funny is that? It's showing in-game HUD available.
Oops.
Thank you. All right. We almost had it. What you see upon your person is what you have. You carry nothing else at present. Sleep. 'Tis no time for a nap, my lord. Your mission is urgent, and every second you delay, your people will suffer. Your purse lies where you tossed it upon the table last night while you were brooding with your boys on the round table. Oh, well, that was a different kind of game. Look under the rug. You should have a word with your servant. A great deal of dust has been swept under this rug. Thanks for following my road trip. It was fun with the cats. Hey, Cherry Pie.
Cherry Pie. Welcome to the stream, wonderful Cherry. We're so glad to see you.
And you got there safely.
Such a dear, and we love you greatly, Cherry Pie.
Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Hi, Cherry Pie. So, Tangled, any exciting stories that occurred on your trip home for the holidays? And how did the cats handle the trip?
Yeah. Well, I know one of our cats would have not been pleased about it at all.
I made it to there and I made it back. Last day had its caveat. Ooh, do tell, do tell. And Leonardo da Vinci said, I have not, but I have played games like this. Oh, awesome. Cherry Pie, we are doing one wunderbar. Eating cheese, eating grapes, made a butternut chicken, apple, crock-pot squash. Zeke has opened windows on the last day while you were driving, whoa, 85 miles an hour. And Zeke opened the window.
That's
and
why you
Zeke,
lock the things down.
you have to watch out for kids and cats and use those window locks. Did he get out? Hopefully that is not the end of the story. Okay. Let us know, because inquiry minds do want to know. All right. So the volume is...
Nice.
Let us know if the volume... Yep, he sat there looking outside with the window. How far did he get the window down before you said, oh, knock it off? Hey, let us know if the sound of the game is too loud. We can control it from ScumVM.
Oh, I already got a couple of skill points. So
Awesome.
you have several different types of points. So the idea is that you have to get at least a certain level. If you have like a harder arcade difficulty, some of these, you get more points for them. I'm probably going to keep it at the current arcade difficulty because some of the sequences are quite tough. There was actually one person, I think it was Medieval Nerd or something like that on Twitter, is trying to play through this and kept getting killed by the Black Knight. And I gave my advice like, well, this is what I did as a kid, and then I played through it real quick. It's like, yeah, it still worked, which I'll show you later, at least that level. So
Okay. So Zeke got the window all the way down, but fortunately he just looked outside. She nearly had a heart attack, and I've locked the windows rest of the time. In 12 years of traveling, he has never ever done that. Yes, that is I agree with Leonardo da Vinci. That is very scary. Good thing he didn't jump out or anything.
yeah, one thing that's
Clever cat.
One thing that's interesting about this game is they talk about kind of the rise of Christianity, and then the other god is Mithras, which they're
Hang on, I'll read it if you slow.
used by the Labarum here.
Mithras, the warrior god, has been worshipped for many, many centuries and was the favorite of the Roman gods. Now go to the Christian side. So you pray, right? Isn't that what you do? This is relatively new religion, but it has grown enormously in power over the last few centuries. Most of your people now worship the Christ god. So yes, humbling yourself is the first step in dealing with any god. So beat yourself with you know what I'm talking about? Flagellate yourself. That's what I meant to say.
I suspect that an earthly
The
gift
gift may
help
help your prayers to reach the heavens. Yeah, that's a truth for religion, isn't it? Not that we're down on religion by any means, But it is really true that if you give it something in the offering plate, you're more
They want
likely to be
that.
heard.
Yes.
Okay, we got lots of laughs and smiles, though, especially when I took Dean out on a leash. And Dean loved the trip the most. Nice. But I bet they were all glad to be back home because it really disrupts their schedule and no doubt their litter pan habits and everything they're eating. His horse was sent back to our care by the harbor master of Southampton, along with a message from the harbor master that Sir Galahad took the ship to the Far East. Ask about the Southampton. I'm sure you know more than me about that,
Okay.
sire. I'm only a guard. This is my only job.
Well, it is. The thing that would have made this game a lot easier if this had been made like a year later, year or two later, and they had a point and click interface, because knowing what to ask and who to ask is very frustrating.
Our travels were wonderful. We got to go to Chicago. We got to in the city and see the holiday lights and the Christkindle Market, visit with the relatives up there, have a nice dinner with them, hang out for at least a day with my cousin, who's my favorite cousin, and then go down to Central Illinois and see the kids.
Okay.
And then that was a really good visit, too. We had a great Christmas. Thanks for asking.
So, we got Camelot.
Yes.
And what better movie than about the Knights of the Round Table than Monty Python and the Holy Grail? So, here's a fun little Easter egg.
All right, here we go. Ham and jam and spam a lot. You should totally wait for Slayer and do this again because he loves Monty Python and he's not in. I don't know if he's coming in though. In memory of Graham Chapman.
So, Graham Chapman, one of the fellows from Monty Python, died in 1989, around the time that this game was being made.
Okay. That makes sense. And actually, I knew about this. I was the last to see Sir Gawain. He made sure to take copper coins along with silver and gold. He told me he planned to search for the Grail in the ruins of Glastonbury Tor. And that is the last I or any man has heard of him.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you something, but I'm just a blacksmith. It's not my day to tell you. Look, bundles. There are bundles stored here. Open the bundles. It was sealed by Sir Gawain when he left it here, and he charged me to see that the seal is not broken except by his own hand, unless he is dead. You loving your juniors so far? Nice. I gladly give a purse. You must come closer, my lord. Thank you, my lord. I shall use this money to start a new job, a lumberjack. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I have to go do stuff, and so I'll be back and get my...
We'll be back. We'll be back soon. Sooner than soon. So, is that Rosella? Look, push. I see nothing that is significant to your mission. Anyways, guy, gotta get into a busy mode. Have a great week, Mel and Chad. But thank you so much for stopping in, saying hi, Tangle Gamer Girl.
thank you.
Chad is into this game. He really wants to play it. Wear it next time.
Sent the message.
Wear it next time to your heart in the need of whatever. I didn't get the message because it's written in Liber Ex Doctrine. So somewhere in this book he's looking through, which is called the Liber Ex Doctrine, Doctrina,
yeah.
is the message of the road. Love is my shield. Love is my shield. Oh, and stop looking at my boobies. Oh, but that's his wife, so he can look at his boobies. Kiss the woman. Do you see that motion going on there? Is like coming in.
Well, you could get...
Whoa! Really, husband? There will be time enough for that if, when you ever return. Not one for the road, huh?
Great. Thanks, Guinevere. You know this is your fault.
Not a little flam, bing, bam for the road, damn it. We're just good friends. Don't worry about the fact he was in my bedchamber last night. He was only sharing the Sunday funnies with me. However, it's true that I was the last person to talk to him before he went seeking the Grail. He said he would seek information from the Lady of the Lake. Yep, no bing bang fling fang for old Arthur. Ask about Lady of the Lake. I would gladly speak more, but I beg you, I don't know anything. Guinevere awaits you on the bower. The blight of Camelot is not spared this place, and once the most beautiful garden in the land. It still looks kind of nice. Look bower. Guinevere, I don't even know what that is. Look fountain. The fountain has run dry like most of Camelot's waters. If old Guinevere would stop cheating around with Lancelot, that would be a much happier place in Camelot. That's all I can say. Camelot. I know it sounds a bit bizarre. Do you know this one? But in Camelot, that's how conditions are. Okay, Neil. Give gold. Man, these gods, they want a lot of money. They want lots of money.
And blessing. Mithras sends
visions of missing knights. And listen. Their voices call out to you in the distress. Save me, most valiant king. I am injured unto death by a black fiend. The green leaves will cover my bones unless you are quick. Arthur, I cannot move. I cannot escape. I am so cold, so terribly cold. Ah, how can she be so heartless, she?
Lady Lick.
I am lost to the darkness and hidden from the light and the life, with only the rats to lust for my flesh and blood. I will die here if you don't help me, king. And I mean, you come help me. Your prayers have been hard and answered. My prayers are sometimes answered. Give gold. The flame is lit. You have been blessed. Now something shimmers in the air. A vision of the Grail appeared to you. Christ sends it to remind you that only a man of purity may attain this sacred cup.
Spoiler, if you're not pure of heart,
you're toast.
The Grail deems you unworthy.
Remember what happened in Indiana Jones when the damn woman drinks from the... Actually, the guy drinks from the cup first. And she gives him the wrong cup because she's setting him up. But then the dumb Twitch... Anyway, remember... Twitch, not Twitch. Twit. Remember the fate of Camelot rests upon your shoulders. Stand. Stand and deliver. Okay, stand and deliver. I'm excited. I can't wait to play this. Very interesting map sequence here.
Yeah, it's kind of a little awkward. Is there anything up here?
This is the ladies' tower, and you have no business there whatsoever. So get out. You are not with that guy from Police Academy who was peeking in on the ladies' showers at night.
Oh.
Captain Mauser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's sitting there. Okay, so you've got, oh God, what's the name of, I'd have to think of the name of the main guy.
Lieutenant Harris?
No, it's Lieutenant Harris is no.
Mahoney?
Mahoney. So Mahoney's sitting there. It's nighttime. He's looking in on the ladies showering down in the basement, which is and there's a balcony right there for you to look right down in. And so he's sitting there with a beer, and then Captain Mauser comes up to him. And sees him drink it. They don't even talk. He just gives him the beer and he walks off. And then the captain turns around, takes a slug of the drink, and the girls see him peeking in looking at the girls naked in the shower. Of course, we've gone through 1 million screens since. We are not in a rush. You have granted possession of this small tower room to me, where the only brave dare to tread, and even then, with caution. Merlin, look first. As you see, my room is quite full. Take care that you do not disturb any objects within. Ask about Tor. Glastonbury Tor has been a sacred hill for centuries. The legend of Joseph Arimathea claims Arimathea claims that the Grail is hidden there. I can tell you nothing relevant at this moment. There is a body of water to the north where currently the Lady of the Lake dwells. Now can you ask about the Lady of the Lake? Far east. I can tell you nothing relevant at the moment. It is far east and very, very long way away from here. It is the major port in the south where you must go take a ship to other lands. Sorry. Mithras is a warrior god which only men are allowed to worship and in great secret. He was popular among the Roman soldiers who brought this worship with them to our island centuries ago. Ah, so glad you reminded me. Did I put it on the nay? Perhaps it is on top of the nay. Forgive me, Arthur. I seem to have forgotten where I put it. It must be somewhere around here. Around here somewhere.
Now, if you want to piss off Arthur, or piss off Merlin, let's see, show score. 1319. So, look, table.
Here I conduct my delicate experiments in alchemy. The table is covered with beakers and flasks. The lodestone is the only object in this room you may take. The rest belongs to Merlin the enchanter, and you are not to lay your hands upon it. And you must excuse an old man. I have forgotten where I put the lodestone. It is somewhere around here somewhere. Search if you like, but do not touch anything else. And by the red dragon, I will not warn you again. Do not lay hands on anything that is not meant for you. Oh, snap! And since you cannot keep your hands to yourself, you can do without them for a while. No more hands!
I'm a dog.
That is pathetic wine tells me you are sorry, but do not do it again. I became a dog? That's awesome. What for? Kiss Merlin. I never kiss men with beards. Then you don't know what you're missing, Merly boy. Okay, purse and a rose is what we are carrying. Did we lose points by...
I don't think so.
Okay. Look, herbs. I dry herbs for medicinal and culinary purposes. If you truly wish to know more, please feel free to ask about them. There is mint, which I believe can cure the bite of mad dogs. It comes from the legend of Minth, a river nymph.
Huh.
Pluto, the lord of the underwood, has made love to her, whereupon Pluto's jealous queen, Proserpine, has changed Minth into a plant. And basil, which is untutored, mistakenly believes cause scorpions to breed. In India is sacred to the gods Vishnu and Krishna, delicious with beans, peas, and other vegetables. And marjoram, which is useful in healing wounds and many other illnesses, though which I like its delicate flavor with fowls and in sausages. So yes, you can use marjoram and sage, which is the Egyptians believe will make a woman fertile, and others think it will give them immortality. Personally, I like the flavor it imparts to beer and sausages, so he likes to cook. And no collection would be complete without bay. To the Greeks and the Roman, it was the laurel, and they would crown their victors with the laurel wreaths. Young girls have been known to burn leaves to make lovers return to them. Prophets, diviners, and priests of Apollo considered it to have magical properties. The dry leaves make excellent flavoring in stew.
That's neat. I've never
That was
seen
cool
that before.
too. I didn't, and it was kind of. So we'll get some in our. It is the map of the Summerlands, as your kingdom is often known. We'll get some historical stuff. Cornwall to the west and some lands beyond, including the island of Eyre. However, you should study it very closely before you leave and determine where your search for the Grail should take you.
Yeah, the amount of research that went into this game is really amazing. It's very well research, very in depth. I mean, just things like talking about Mithras. And I think some of that they took some liberties, but I mean, just even seeing like how he describes these herbs and stuff was really neat. So.
I think it also